Yeah, where are all my people in the madhouse? I'll be a guide, climb aboard and sit your ass down. Don't worry, there's no need to fear when you hear. You know we're right here. We got the crew and we're ready for a game time. You're not ready to step inside a deranged mind. Yeah, this is what you came here for. We got machinima news and fuck yous. It's the goddamn ward.
What's down, right, left, up, everyone, and welcome to another Wardcast where every Monday we bring you the latest beefy news on video games, machinima, and what's going on at the ward. I am your host, Alec Funnell.
Then, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
I'm Batman. Batman!
Joining me is Jazz, I'm Too Rich to Die. It's Sasha, Go West.
Wow! Cute. I'm proud of you.
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, wow.
Cody, how the fuck did you get to do that, Ward? And Shaun hates Resident Evil 7 Clark.
Hey!
So, welcome back, you guys. Sasha, Cody, Shaun, it's been a while. How are you guys feeling?
So far, so good. I mean, about as good as we can get for the shit show that is 2020.
I miss Murder Hornets. You guys remember Murder Hornets? I like the Murder Hornets.
Bring Murder Hornets back, you know? Hashtag.
Aren't those like the Japanese hornets that literally spit acid to decimate beehives?
Probably. I heard their stingers are like bullet holes.
I'm not surprised.
Well, speaking of bullet holes, it's now time for Shaun's Corner. This is usually the time where the host usually says something. However, I'm going to give the floor to Shaun and shut the fuck up. So, Shaun, have a corner.
Can I have the middle of the room?
No. You must only have the corner.
Damn it.
And besides, shut the fuck up. I need to play the jingle.
I'm fucking tired of shit.
There you go. Talk.
It's weird when I'm here for it. Well, let me rephrase that. It's weird in general, but it's extra weird when I'm here for it. But yeah, hello everybody. It's me. Remember me? Hello.
No.
Oh, okay. Bye.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah. So yeah, normally this is where I would come on and bitch and complain about all the stupid things going on in the world. But today I just want to kind of acknowledge that 2020 has been just a fucking unimaginable and incredibly difficult time for the world in general, but also for me personally. As you know, I've been gone for many episodes at this point, in which I give a huge heartfelt thank you to Jazz and Alec and Dante for kind of stepping up and keeping things going while I was away. I really appreciate that. And you almost ran things smoothly. I'm kidding. You guys did amazing, seriously.
Wow.
I'm just
that's
kidding.
been Warcraft 90.
No, seriously. You guys did really good. I really appreciate what you did. And you guys took even more responsibilities on this time, you know, just like editing and things like that so that I could kind of focus on what's going on with me. So seriously, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. I didn't want things to stop in the wake of everything that was happening, and you guys allowed me to do that. So thank you. But yeah, so initially I stepped away for a while because, like I mentioned when I did come back briefly, that I lost my dad in February to cancer. Shortly after that, I had some dental surgery that they didn't really inform me about very well. So like it was supposed to go a lot smoother, and it should have been a much it shouldn't have put me in the state that it did for as long as it did. So I thought I'd be able to be gone for like a week and come back, and that was just this whole fiasco. So I had to deal with that. So that delayed things. And then a couple weeks ago, my brother David passed away as well from back complications with back surgery. And unfortunately, he was helping me and my mom kind of get through dealing with what happened with my dad, and just kind of, you know, helping us financially and just kind of being there and just kind of being like a huge source of support and love that we needed at the time. So losing him so close to losing my dad was just very hard on me and my family. So I've just been kind of dealing with that. So I had to step away for a while to deal with that and get that situated and kind of just recover in general. So just a lot of things have been happening to me and my family that made me have to kind of disappear for a while. So I do apologize for that, but I hope to be back from this point forward, as long as things go smoothly. It's 2020. Who knows? Like, I'm terrified to even speculate what the fuck's going to happen, but I'm hoping that the worst is behind us. But thank you guys for sticking around and listening to the podcast. Thank you guys for keeping things going while I was away. And yeah. Let's hope things get better from here on out. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain about anything this week. In this particular portion of the podcast, I figured it would be more appropriate to save that for later. But yeah, I'm back. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Alec, I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
You're welcome, and we're glad to have you back, Shaun. It's been too long.
Yeah.
So
it has been.
yeah, it's not an easy way to segue from that. So I'll just have a random audio clip of Ada climbing Mount Everest.
All right, I'm going.
Next time to pull on some wool, cause it's weeks of our lives. So, Sasha, how was your week?
Honestly, aside from just working my crazy hours as normal, gotta love third shift life. It's kind of just been a little bit similar to the dental problems. And I'm like that Shaun was talking about, and I'm like, here soon I'm terrified because I've heard all kinds of stories about getting wisdom teeth removed. And I'm like, every person I've ever spoken to about it, they look at me like I have 5 heads. They're like, Sasha, you're 25 and your wisdom teeth just came in? I'm like, yo, I've had one grow in that's perfectly fine. The others are just trying to make my life an absolute hell right now. On top of that, with all this COVID chaos going on, as much as it's kind of started to die down, I don't know how it looks for everybody else in the US or in the world right now, but let's just say when you work in a warehouse with a whole shit ton of people, a roster of maybe 500 total per shift, it's a little hard to exercise the 6-foot rule. So that, and of course, people have been using and abusing this thing to make excuses to call off work, so we've been understaffed. We've all essentially just been really stressed out, and unfortunately, that also means that some areas in the building, like mine, have just been understaffed by maybe 1 or 2 people. And normally, I'd say that I'm pretty strong, I'm pretty stubborn for my size. But I was basically, for the last night, I was stuck with basically trying to maneuver my way around packages, boxes that are like well over my weight limit. And I ended up actually passing out last night, and I had a coworker that had to drive me home because of it. The good thing is I'm not concussed. I did whack my head, but everything else is pretty much fine. I just felt like I was on another planet for a little bit.
Maybe that's good. I want to go to another planet.
Bro, I fucking feel it. Like, after the way this whole year has gone, how it started, I don't know, man. I feel like we all just need to collectively have a clean slate after this year. It almost feels like it's just been one thing after another. And I don't just mean for me, but like probably for everybody at this point. And this month is going to be pretty busy for me now that I think of it, because not only was it my birthday, I turned 25 on the 10th. Yippee skippy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I know that I'm young, but I feel like an eldritch deity that's descended in human form. I feel so fucking old. But yeah, aside from that, I've pretty much just been messing around with the new tablet that I got. I think that's been the highlight of my week, honestly. Just people reaching out to me, good friends and family, checking up on me and such, planning potential hangout dates, which would be absolutely amazing. I just want to see my friends. I really just I want all this chaos. I want all this stuff to end just so things can relatively go back to normal in places that they should. Early this week, I took some time to go down to Columbus, specifically like around North High, where some of these, the peaceful protests have been held. I was a little curious, and I've got some friends who are participating in the protests. Honestly, the protests were pretty fine. Like, they were fine. But there were some people, who showed up that I could definitely see why people get peaceful protest mixed up with the rioters. I'm just like, look, I'm all for people handling things in a peaceful and logical manner, but I really don't like the fact that we even have to protest for basic human rights. But it was good to go down there and see how things were going from a different perspective other than somebody looking from the outside in. I got absolutely fucking toasted on my shoulders and my legs, but aside from that, it's been a pretty eventful week. I'm looking to kick it off the very end of it with hopefully just getting to hang out with some friends and possibly take a roommate so that I can help myself save some money here when I move. And that's pretty much been it.
Sweet.
You didn't play any video games or watch any movies or anything? Where's the fun?
What fun?
Oh, you're right.
Adults. We're adults. We work
right.
funky jobs with hours. I really didn't watch much of anything, but game-wise, I was looking forward to some of the newer stuff that's going to be coming out. Probably cover that stuff later, but I was playing a little bit of Sekiro, going back into it to just kind of calm my nerves and blow off some steam. I'm sorry, it's not extremely exciting like you're used to, Shaun.
What? I don't want any more excitement. I've had my fill, okay? I just want to play video games.
Games!
In the safety of my home.
You're asking too much.
I am.
Alec!
Yes, I usually go last because it's a host that goes last.
Aren't you supposed to ask the next person, Mr. Host?
Well, usually someone. Never mind. Look, Cody, how was your week?
Shitty.
Great, this is going really well.
Good God.
I've been playing Maneater. It's about a 10-hour-ish game. It's pretty fun.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Perks.
I like.
You sound so excited about that.
I like jumping up on the land and then flopping around and chasing the humans. It makes me laugh because they scream and then I just, I eat them.
Do not run out of air or fill up with air. What? How do sharks work?
Can somebody give me the instruction manual for sharks?
There is an oxygen meter for when you're on land. And when you run out of oxygen, your health starts draining. But you get health back by eating people. So the faster you can eat them, the longer you can stay on land before you go, okay, I should maybe return to the water.
Just like flop over.
Yeah. It's great. It's got a
That's
reality.
what I was thinking when you said Maneater.
Yeah, same.
It's a shark PG.
Oh boy.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
That's
make a really cool
literally what
machinima.
it says. It says it in the description. It's a shark PG.
Oh my God. Why?
You eat fish, you get XP, you level, you become a bigger shark, and you can mutate yourself to be crazy. And it's awesome. You can run around and you eat people and you eat shark hunters.
Do you evolve to the point where you like start to grow legs and arms and shit, and you become like a shark man?
No. You eventually, like, the end goal is become a megalodon.
I'd prefer Shark Man.
Shark Man would be pretty nice.
Shark Man.
Shark Bear Pig. Or Man Bear Shark.
Sharknado video game. That'd be fun.
He must be stopped. I'm super cereal.
I'm just waiting to get that new Elder Scrolls Online add-on because it's the only one I don't have that just came out literally a few days ago. It's Greymore. Takes place in Skyrim. And Minecraft Dungeons.
Ugh.
I've got to ask, how do people rim the sky? I mean, do they just go look up and go, stick their tongue out and go,
I'm so...
Instruction manual for the sky.
Can we just get one for life in general? Like, for all the things?
Call the Bible.
Oh.
You mean literally everything that they don't teach you in school about being an adult?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything else, Cody?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Jazz, are you happy?
No,
God damn
For
it!
fuck's sake!
but that's irrelevant.
Irrelevations.
I guess I could throw that here. I almost worked on that today.
I almost.
So I got
Update,
home.
everybody. I almost worked on something.
Listen. So
I
I
thought
went to
about
Walmart. I went to Walmart, and I was just browsing TVs, and then I found a 43-inch 4K Philips TV for like $200. So I bought it, and then I came home and I was like, I'm gonna play Last of Us on it, and I was like, oh, but I want to work on Revelations. So I turn on my computer, dead set on just like play later, work now, and lo and behold, my wallpaper on my computer is Ellie petting a giraffe. So I'm like, well, now I gotta play Last of Us. So half an hour later, I played Last of Us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to throw that there before I forget. So
Yeah, before you get to save it as well.
No, it auto saved, so that saved me a lot of time. 'Cause, yeah, I was
Who
trying.
saves?
I tried I had to move my shelf that my PS4 is on, so I tried really hard to move it without unplugging it, and I did super well. Like I didn't unplug my external drive either, but then when I plugged in the TV and like pushed on the power bar, apparently like I pushed the bottom and the top came out and unplugged it, so my PS4 just shut off, and I was like, no, but we're good. I didn't have to start over. So yeah, I played Last of Us. Getting ready for next week. Yeah.
Finally.
I swear to God, if it delays this week, I'm jumping off my balcony.
It sucks. I'm getting mine like 3 or 4 days later because I got the collector's edition, and they're, for whatever reason, I guess that takes longer to fucking ship because I'm not getting mine until the 23rd.
It's because it's heavier.
It's fucking bullshit is what it is. I pay for Amazon Prime. Why am I not getting that the day of?
Because someone has to collect it. That's what makes it collector's edition.
Get out of here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they have to go like steal it from 3 people's houses.
Yeah.
And then they'll steal it from yours because that's what they do.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah. I already forgot our team name, Sean.
Oh,
to stop people from...
fuck, I don't know. My brain is fried.
Yeah, those guys. As for the week, so like I said last week, I'm back to work and people aren't. So 3 of us were doing the job of 7, and then 1 girl called in sick 2 days in a row. So 2 of us were doing the job of 7 for 50 hours in the week. So
Jesus.
we were fucking dead by the weekend. But daycares are open now in Ontario. So are bars. So I can go to one or the other. Just murder a bunch of kids or have a drink. You know.
They should make a daycare bar.
Yes.
That'd be amazing.
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully next week will be good. If everything's back, well, not back to normal, but if the people are back next week, that means I'm off Tuesdays every week. So that's more time for machinima and things.
Yeah.
I still don't have my new laptop that I was supposed to get 2 days ago.
What?
So, yeah, they're like expected June 12th or June 10th, and then they're like, I looked at it on June 10th. I looked at the tracking, and they're like, it's on its way. It's heading to its destination. It's expected today by the end of the day. And then the next day it was like delayed. And I was like, why couldn't you tell me that yesterday, you ass? I was like sitting by my mailbox, like, where's my laptop? Where's my laptop?
It's been stolen.
Oh, God. Not again.
I keep looking at the front door near our speaker box, like where you like punch in people for them to buzz you in. I keep looking by that for like the Purolator stickers and like FedEx and stuff. And there's like, of the apartment numbers are like off by 1 from mine or like off by a floor. And I'm like, maybe they have the wrong address, but it's not my name. So I really hope somebody didn't try to fucking steal it because I'll be mad. I'm waiting for hats and I'm waiting for everything. Everything. That game I ordered to play with you, Sean.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
What?
Yeah, it's almost not worth the $10 off I paid. But you know.
How long ago did you order it?
A while. I think, like, I don't know, probably the week the first week that you missed. So it was expected by June 30th now. I'm looking at it now. But I placed the order on May 20th. So that's a month later. But it's the whole trilogy, so that's exciting. Yeah. What else did I do? Do you guys know what I did? Because I don't.
I know what you did last week.
I bought a bunch more games because I cleared off my credit card and then bought more games on PSN on digital. I got Alien
I was
Isolation.
almost proud of you, and then you took it away.
But I finally bought Alien Isolation for like, I think it was like $7 or $8 or something.
I thought you had that.
I have it on PS3, and every time I play, I fall through the floor.
PS3 can't handle it.
I'm hoping my PS3 is just stupid, because it is. I played a little bit more Saints Row, but I didn't have much time to play it, because I was trying to focus on Last of Us and sleeping at the same time. I didn't... I did, however, watch a movie yesterday. I watched... So they made a movie for Artemis Fowl, which was one of my favorite book series as a kid. I used to like go to the cottage and get fucking bored, so I'd read, and then I read like that whole series. So it's on Disney Plus. Disney made a movie, and I really enjoyed it. It was really awesome. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yay!
I didn't know what to expect, but the casting was done really well. Josh Gad is in it, and he plays like, I call him Little Hagrid because he's like a big dwarf or something. And he doesn't sound like himself, so it's really funny. Like it even has Colin Farrell, so it's not like a low budget thing. The CG was really good. I mean,
it's Disney.
It's Disney, but it's like it just came out of nowhere, and you'd think from like a book that not everybody knows about that it would be like. I'm assuming you guys don't know about Artemis Fowl, like you haven't read it.
No, I haven't. I've heard the name, but that's all.
It's really good. It's like this human kid who like finds out that the existence of like the fairy world, so he's like using their magic and their shit to like, and he's like super rich, and he's like, I'll expose you guys if you don't do what I say, and it becomes like this whole thing. But it's a kid's book, so it was really good. I liked it. I want to watch it again. And I think that's pretty much, other than sleep and cry, that's all I did.
Oh my god.
Everyone's just depressed this week.
Cry like from work.
Welcome back, Shaun. Let's all be sad.
No, it's not a sad cry. It's
I'm just kidding.
If you're sad and you know it,
clap your ass.
Wow. But it was more like we're working our ass off, but then our boss gives us our paycheck and it's like $1,200, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it was worth it, I guess.
That enthusiasm.
Well, it's all gone now. I'm like, my mom's like, you can put that aside and save it for like winter tires or like a new car, and I'm like, yeah, I bought a TV. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a PS5. So yeah.
Oh, you're one of those. I see.
I'm probably not, but I'm expecting the new Horizon Zero Dawn game to be only PS5.
It is. It's only PS5.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to. I mean, patreon.com/Jazz wants to play that game.
What?
Alright.
It'd be better if you like set up an account with that, so that like just for this joke, so that if somebody were to search it, it was there.
Oh, I should.
It's not too late.
In the details, I'll be like, don't actually give me money, guys.
This is a joke. Don't do it.
All proceeds go to theward.com. Speaking of the ward, Shaun.
Ooh,
Hi. It's your turn.
Oh no, me.
Yeah, you.
Did I have a week?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you did.
If you found a way to freeze time, let me know.
I guess I had multiple weeks since I've been here last.
I'm sure they were sad.
Wow. Well, with that attitude, I'm sure to get better in no time.
I mean, we got a theme rolling here. Everybody here is sad, so.
Well, I already addressed my sadness, I guess, more or less, so we'll leave it at that. But my week, I played some stuff, I watched something, or my weeks, plural, multiple.
Your month.
Yeah, has it been that long? God damn. I guess it has. or close
We
to.
missed you.
I didn't
Aw.
notice.
I missed you guys
I
too.
mean, we
Wow!
missed you.
I couldn't even finish.
You know how many times we got to eat on the podcast while you were gone?
You suck. You're the worst. How dare you?
Easy.
Wow.
Go
But
on.
don't push me. Don't you rush me. So things I watched things. What did I watch? I watched more Outer Limits, and what else? I feel like I watched a lot of shit, but I remember none of it. I watched Game of Thrones with my mom because I've been spending a lot of time over there with her. Fuck you. That is I can't disagree. God damn it. But yeah, so like we started watching that from the beginning, you know, when it was actually not a piece of fucking trash. But like the first half of it's really good. But anyways, yeah, I've been trying to spend more time with my mom with everything that's been going on, so we've been watching a lot of that. And I'm remembering how good the beginning actually was. We watched the whole first season, and that season is like really good, and it just made me sad because it made me think of where it ended, and that was not so good. Fucking terrible. There was so much potential with that show, and they just fucking ruined everything. I think they actually canceled. Like they were supposed to do a bunch of like spin-off shows. I think like 2 or 3 of them, and I think they're all canceled now. Which is fucked
Outer
up.
Limits?
Huh?
Are you talking about Outer Limits? Oh, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah. But fuck. I feel like I watched other things, but I can't remember. But yeah. I've been watching Magic for Humans on Netflix. Has anybody seen that?
Yes, he's fucking hilarious.
He's great. He's awesome.
I watched him at work.
It's weird though because some of the things he does, like he says like no camera tricks or whatever, but there's no way. There's some of those that are. They're yeah, like some of it you can. It's weird. It's a weird mixture because some of them it's like you can tell how he did it. Some of them are like legitimate, like impressive, and then some of them are lies because he says no camera tricks and there had to have been. So it's weird. But anyways, the important thing that guy's really funny and it's like super entertaining. What I want to know though is like, I wonder if the people that he does the tricks to, if they're all like in on it, or if they kind of do the tricks around them. Because I hope that they at least do that, because that still makes it cool. But if it's all just fake, then eh.
How much of it did you see?
I've seen most of it. I've missed episodes like periodically throughout each season, but I've watched all 3 seasons.
So like when he when he's explaining how like it's all fake and made up, and he has his audience like practice fake like amazing.
Yeah,
and then he actually
thing.
fucking does the trick, and they're like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "That was good, guys," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, shit like that's cool. I like that. But again, I just always wonder, like, are those genuine reactions?
Yeah.
Or like, there's some kind of fuckery going on here. So like, how deep does the fuckery go?
But he's really entertaining though. So even if it's all fake, like,
it's still fun.
He's funny. He makes me laugh.
He is funny.
He's good. He's good.
It's very good. Very
He's
good.
good. Yeah.
I played some stuff. I've been playing Dead by Daylight again because that whole Silent Hill Dead by Daylight crossover thing has me like really excited. Because I want Silent Hill shit, and this is apparently the only way I'm gonna get it. But at least, like, have you guys seen much on the crossover, like the trailer and stuff like that?
I just seen the trailer, but I gave up on Dead by Daylight. I can't play it anymore. Mainly because my friends ruined it for me.
Oh no.
They're the type of assholes that go on YouTube and go, "What's the strongest build for this killer?" To the point where it's no funny.
God.
You can't win if you're that killer.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that before. Yeah. What's the enjoyment in that? Like, I'm overpowered. Yay,
they
fun.
get the win. That's the enjoyment. Is they get the win. So I'm just like, yeah, fuck that game.
But
That's
does
just
anybody
dumb.
really like participation trophies? I mean, what? Why? It's like, sure, I won, but at what cost?
Got a trophy for showing up.
Yeah, I did it, everybody.
Yay,
look at
mom,
me.
look, mom, yeah.
Mom.
Yeah, so that's kind of like I just quit playing, and I feel like I wasted money because I bought a bunch of stuff for it. Like I bought Freddy and Michael and all that, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great, and it was kind of fun. And then they decided to look up builds, and it killed the game for me entirely.
I mean, you can always play with other people.
Yeah, but every time I match up with randos, they always make us lose because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of got to the point where I was burnt out on it just because I played so much to get that platinum trophy. God damn it. Finally, after fucking like, what, years of trying to get that shit, I finally got it. And now I've got to go back to it and play it more because at least this time I'm going back to it because it's just like I want to go and play the game. I'm not going back to it to grind out trophies, so at least it should be enjoyable somewhat because I mean every time they add a new killer it's always OP and that's a fucking pain in the ass. But anyways, like I like how they're approaching it, like the character designs that they're using, like everything looks really great, so that's cool. The powers that they gave Pyramid Head, I feel like I don't see how those could possibly work in a fair way, but I'm interested to kind of see how that works. And it's weird that they did Heather, but they're calling her Cheryl, which I mean I understand, but like it's still kind of weird that they're calling her that because I feel like more people would identify Heather than Cheryl. You know, like people that played the game, like fans of it, would probably get it, but I don't know. It just seems like a weird marketing decision.
Kind of felt like it was a little on the nose.
Yeah, kinda. It just, I don't know. It just seems wrong to me, I guess. Because anytime somebody's talking about
model of
anytime somebody's talking about like Heather in Silent Hill, they say Heather. They don't say Cheryl. You know, I haven't met a single person that referred to her as that. So for them to take that idea, I don't know, just who was that for? Like, are they just trying to be like, hey guys, we know Silent Hill, look. Like, that's kind of what it feels like, and it feels weird. And then there's just like, it's weird that it's not really themed correctly, because it's like, they took the school from the first game, Heather from the third game, and Pyramid Head from the second game. So it's like, what?
It's not consistent.
Why?
They took some of their favorite things, like everybody that worked on it.
It makes it feel like it's more of like a content pack of just like cool things rather than like a thematic kind of experience like they've been doing up until this point. So that just, I don't know. I wish they hadn't done that. They should have just done James, the hospital, and Pyramid Head. Boom, done. But either way.
It's like they picked it because it's trendy.
Oh, guaranteed. They picked all the things that they think people would be like, oh shit. Because, you know, that means money.
It's going to sell a ton.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they know what they're doing and they're going to get the money for it, but I don't know. I just wish they would have done it a little bit differently. But either way, it looks good, and I'm just playing a lot of that to kind of get ready for when that DLC comes out. You should play with me, guys. We should play. It's been a while.
I have it on Xbox, unlike you guys, so...
You son of a bitch. Well, they're working on crossplay.
And I don't have a PlayStation anymore, so...
Hey, they're working on crossplay, so at some point we'll be able to play. Calm down, it's fine.
At some point.
Calm down.
They gave a date, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't too far.
Calm down. He tells me, telling the person with the like most monotone voice probably here.
What? Okay. But yeah, anyways, so cool people, Jazz and Alec, we should play. And Sasha, do you play on PS4?
I do, but remember, I kind of just, because I'm kind of preparing for the move, I don't have like internet, but I have my phone, and I can Wi-Fi transfer with that.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd be more than happy.
Well, maybe at some point you'll have internet and Cody will be able to do the crossplay and everything will be great. We'll see.
I know.
I beat Ark the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits. I think I did that. Did I talk about that last time? I know I talked about playing it.
You were playing it. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So remember. I beat it and I got the platinum, which is fucking good and impressive because RPGs are really fucking hard to platinum. They're always a pain in the ass and it takes fucking forever to do. But I did it. Thank God. I almost missed one fucking trophy, which would have robbed me from the platinum, and I would have been very upset. But anyways, I did it. I got a platinum. I'm working my way towards the platinum for Onechanbara Origin, which we talked about, I don't know, probably a couple months ago. We talked about Onechanbara. Dante was on that one. He's like the only other person that I know that knows what the fuck that series is. But
I know it.
Oh, do you? Oh yeah, well you know it because of me.
No, not because of you.
No? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, look at you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that came out I think in, I want to say November or December of last year in Japan, and they still haven't announced a version coming over to the US yet, so I just figured fuck it, I want to play it, so I imported it. It's not too big of a deal because it's not like it's an RPG or anything like that, so it's just like an action game, so even though it's all in Japanese I can still kind of work my way through it without too much trouble. But yeah, it's really good. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, which is good. Because that game series is kind of up and down. Like, sometimes they're really shitty and sometimes they're really good, so you never really know what you're going to get. And then the last thing I was playing, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, still working towards that platinum. I'm on the final boss on hard mode, so it's just like kind of like a boss rush where you're just fighting like, I think it's like 6 bosses back to back to back almost. And on hard mode, that's fucking really difficult because when you lose at one, you have to go back to the beginning and it's fucking terrible. So I kind of gave up on that for a little bit, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get that platinum too. I'm close. And
So, how many platinums are you at now?
I should be at either 12 or 13.
Oh, good.
Do you still have more than me?
Yeah, I'm
God
still
damn
at
it.
14.
Son of a bitch.
I kind of been leaving it alone for like 3-4 weeks because I just kind of wanted you to get back and things.
Aw.
So, but now I can start whipping your ass again.
Wow. Fair enough. And then Jazz and I tried to play Degrees of Separation, but time is all like kind of meshed together, so I don't remember if we talked about that last time I was on here or not. Because I think we tried to do that like I don't know, like a week or two ago, right?
A little bit more, I think.
It was okay, yeah. We might have talked about it. I can't remember, but I'd like to give that another try and see if we can get that going because that game looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had enough time for the butterfly penis.
Yeah, that's all we needed. we
Get one penis joke in there.
We
We're
got
good.
the truest content out of the game. It's fine.
Participation trophy.
Is that the hardest trophy to get?
The penis butterfly.
There's no trophy. There's no trophy. I got Sean to play a game that has no trophies.
Wait, there's no trophies?
There's no platinum in me.
Oh, that's
You're the one who told me that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Look, things are complicated. And then yeah, we need to play Zombie Army. Like as soon as you get it, you have to let me know because I've been waiting. I haven't played it yet.
It depends when I get it.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, but starting next Friday, I'm gonna be in Last of Us 2. So.
Wow, I see how it is. Okay.
Your zombies can wait.
Should I just get it and we can play it?
Wow. I'm gonna quit the internet if that happens. Fuck.
You're finally ready to play it, and me and Alec are like, we platinumed that a while ago.
Getting all these games, watching all these shows, and Sean's like, I don't fucking care. I got
Zombie
Alec
Army
now.
4 was so last week.
Other than that, I got some work done on the board. I'm a little bit closer to having Duel Episode 13 done again. So, in fact, I made a 7-minute preview video for patrons on Patreon to get a early sneak peek on that. 7 minutes kind of sounds like a lot, but the entire video is about 25 minutes. 7 minutes. And that was ironic too. I didn't do that on purpose. It just kind of worked out that way that it was 7 minutes. But yeah, so 7 minutes of the full 25 minutes. So it just kind of gives you a taste of what it is. But it lets you see the full new opening and the new Restless Days song with the vocals, which has our very own Sasha in it. She lent her lovely vocals to do that, and I've been sitting on that for a long time. So people can finally start to hear that. And then, yeah, you get to be some of the first people to see the new jokes and the new dualness. So take a look at that. And also, too, I mean, if you guys have been on the fence about supporting us on Patreon, now is a really good time to do that, because not only is, that's probably the biggest content that I've been able to provide on Patreon to date, but there's a sneak peek of another one of the musical scores that we did for the new episode. There's 6 videos on there that are like full-length outtake videos and like alternate scenes and stuff like that. So there's a lot of content on there right now if you do the $10 or more tier. So lots of content if you guys were thinking about doing that. So there you go. That's what I've been doing. That was my month, weeks, whatever. Time for some news? No, just kidding. Alec, how was your week?
Well, my week, I'm going to keep it short and somewhat sweet because we got beefy news to talk about. So really, the only thing I'm going to bring up is I've been playing The Last of Us.
What?
Yay!
Let me guess, you hate it.
Okay. When I first played it this week, I got as far as Ellie and Joel leaving the bit to be,
Wow.
food for the guns.
Wow.
Well, she is a bitch. All she does is
She's
scream
like-
at Joel.
My favorite character. Had.
So yeah, glad she's dead.
Oh, wow.
Spoiler.
I didn't even name who it was. I just called her bitch.
That's fair.
That's how you do it.
For you.
But now I'm at a point where Joel and the other bitch has arrived at University of Colorado.
Jesus.
And my thoughts on the game is like I could probably complete it once and be happy that I completed it once. I'm in no rush to go get Last of Us 2. I'll just wait for the Last of Us 2 4K remaster edition to come out on PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen. So I don't know. Just wait down the line. It's fine. Don't care about spoilers. Other than that, they tried to take me to straight camp. I said no. When I came back, I lit so many men's ass cracks. I said dope. No.
Oh, okay.
Why do you do these things?
Look, it was something else. So no, this is more funnier. So, all right. Anyway, it's time for some beefy news. Join in the others.
Wow.
Okay, thanks for that. That's a nice group effort there.
Yeah. Unison. We did it.
Yeah. All right, so I got 5 articles, I think, so far, but there might be some more, but they'll probably be expanded. So, first article is that Sony has revealed their PS5 hardware, and in the video game,
Video game.
I mean,
that's why I want the PS5 now. In the video, there are 2 PS5 consoles. One being a strictly digital only, which is going to be to Sean's dismay. And obviously the other console where you can put in physical media. But when I first I don't know about you guys, when I first looked at the video trailer, I was just like, wow, this drive is so small. I misplaced it for like the GameCube disc fit into it, or floppy disk fit into it. I mean, I don't know what it's.
No, when I saw it looked like it was full size to me.
Well, I think it's just me then. But yeah. So
I think it looked like that because the system itself is actually it's pretty big. So like in relation to the disk drive, it kind of makes it look a little bit like deceiving in size. It makes it look like the disk drive is smaller, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, other than the console, to me, looking like a glorified DVD player wearing Season 2 Seto Kaiba's coat, it just looks alright. It's fine. Nothing to shout home.
I don't know how I feel
Shout.
about it. Like I can appreciate the fact that they tried to do something different, you know, because like the consoles have been getting more and more like very just like here's a brick that plays your thing, take it and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like they're nothing special about the consoles. It's just like
That'll
typically
be $1,000.
yeah, it's like give me $600 for this black brick. You know what I mean? So the fact that they did try to make it look all like standoutish and just more visually appealing, like I think that's cool that they tried to do that. I don't really know how I feel overall about the way that it looks. Like it's not like I don't like it or I don't not like it, but like I don't know, just for one it
You're
seems
indifferent.
it's no I mean yeah, I guess maybe like it for one it's going to be really hard to clean because the way that like it's split apart in the center like that, and then it's got like these kind of lips that kind of like fan out away from the console. Like it's gonna get really dusty and gross, and it's white no less. Like that's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Come on, don't be racist right now.
Wow. But comparatively, like compared to what we've had in the past, compared to the Xbox Series X, I like it better. It's probably my favorite looking console in a while, but I feel like I wish it I wish it looked a little bit different, I guess. The spaciness of it is kind of weird. I'm very glad it doesn't look like that. I think it looks 10,000 times better than the V thing.
I wanted a V.
No, the V is bad. It's a fucking vacuum or something.
Else? Cody, Shasta, have you seen it? Jazz, have you seen the new console reveal?
Of course, I've seen it.
I mean, I saw it.
I've been doing nothing but posting memes about it for the past few days.
I mean, I saw it and I kind of thought that it looked like it looked like if you took the Xbox 360 and tried to make it look more like an internet modem.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, that's a lot of people on Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter was saying you can either buy the mini fridge, you know, for the Xbox or the internet modem thing. So
I hate the way the Xbox looks.
It looks so clunky. And
said it's just two GameCubes stacked on top of each other. That's the shape.
Basically, yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna go in too hard on it since it's so far it's been running any game that I have on it without fail. But I'm simple when it comes to that. As long as it does what I fucking need it to, I'm fine with it. But
yeah, I'm not too concerned about the look, but the PlayStation, I just feel like obviously it's the less powerful one because specs came out officially, and I think the only thing it comes close to is a tie, which is they both use Blu-ray disc drives.
The only thing that makes me uncomfortable about it is like, I don't know, I feel like there's an old adage or something like that could be applied here, but I feel like the more effort they put into its aesthetic, I wonder if that could possibly come with some pretty serious like downsides to functionality.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking, because they obviously went for style points.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like it's like it could be, and I'm really hoping that it is not the case, but I worry that it's gonna kind of be like trying to sell this really, it's like trying to sell a really souped up car, but then the second you turn the key, it fucking dies on you, or it takes a shit for some reason, or I don't know. I want to get it because there are some games that I'm pretty sure are only going to be PS5 exclusive, Like, I've been dying to get my hands on that Demon Souls remake because it looks beautiful. And as a big fan of From Software, it's one of the only games of their series that I've not yet gotten my hands on. Because initially it was for PS3. And of course, I also, like, I really want to see a couple of these other games. I want to get my hands on Elden Ring. But I also kind of know, I'm like, maybe I could hold off on getting it after it comes out. Maybe, like, I don't know, wait a couple of months, maybe almost a year when they start making things multi-platform. Because they're going to kind of realize that people who have a PS4, for example, or anybody with any other console than that, they're going to be like, oh shit, well, despite coming out with this, it might not sell as well because not everybody wants to get a PlayStation 5, considering as well how expensive it is at this point. So they're probably going to be trying to, appeal to those other platforms and do the smart thing and kind of ease people over to it. So I'm not in too much of a rush to get my hands on one yet.
The only reason I'd probably pick up a PlayStation 5 is for Ratchet and Clank.
I think I'm better off just saving up so that when Horizon comes out, like if it's just PS5, then I'll get it because I don't want to do the
But
same
you're
thing
gonna
I
wait
did
for
with
it
the
to
PS4.
actually come out first.
Well, because fucking Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
By the time it's coming out next week and I have like no space left on my hard drive. Fuck.
Yeah, I feel like this whole thing's just kind of like a temporary thing anyway, just because everything, like we talk about a million times here, like everything's going more streamlined anyway. Like PlayStation games are being released on PC. These consoles are more PC than they've ever been, and like even the PlayStation has a digital only model. It seems like Xbox is going to have the same. Xbox is already trying to essentially turn themselves into a brand rather than a system. It's like when you think of Xbox right now, it's a console, but they're clearly driving at being a service. And when that happens, they're going to be on everything. They're pretty much going to be a publisher, basically. They might have their own hardware box in addition, but you can play it on anything. Like that's kind of where that's going. And PlayStation's probably going to be forced to follow suit anyways. And even if not, like they're already doing they're heading towards their version of that anyway by having that digital only system. So I don't know. And of course there's still the whole cloud gaming and streaming thing that's, still hasn't really been felt. So it's just temporary. Like this is the beginning of the end of what we know games to be right now. And it's very, I think from this point on, we're going to start to see that shift into what the future of gaming is going to look like. And these consoles are going to be a big push towards that direction. So I don't know. I think you should just get the one that for whatever reason appeals to you, whether it's a little bit more powerful or the exclusives that are going to be available, in the short term are more appealing. Other than that, I don't think it really matters.
Wow. That was actually a bit tame for you. Right.
Yeah.
So we move on to the next one. Next topic is Spider-Man sequel, Miles Morales. Whatever. The new Spider-Man game acts as a follow-up to 2018's action-adventure game based on Marvel superhero Spider-Man. But this time round, the protagonist is Afro-Latino teenager Miles Morales, rather than Peter Parker. A brief trailer showed him fighting and web-slinging through New York, showing off snow and electricity particle effects that would not have been possible in such detail on the PS4, apparently. So, Sean, Cody, you guys, are you excited for Man Spider 2?
I love Miles Morales Spider-Man. I love any usually iteration of Spider-Man just about. He's the best hero ever.
For me, it's probably going to be the same situation as it was with the first one. Like, it's something that I wanted to play, but I wasn't like freaking out about it. But when I finally got around to playing it, I really, really, really liked it a lot. So I'm
still
in
haven't played
because
the
I
one.
know the.
I never will.
You what?
I haven't played the other one yet, and I probably
Oh.
never will.
That's really sad because that
that's
game's incredible.
Yeah, well, if they didn't clean out my bank with their poor security, maybe I'd buy another PlayStation. But they sealed that deal for me. I ain't never buying a Sony product ever again.
Well, Nintendo's having problems too now, so it seems like it's just like the way of the world at this point. Nobody can seem to maintain their security on their digital shit, which is scary because that's not good. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it because I know how good the first one was, and I love Spider-Man, but it's just going to be one of those things that I probably will just end up getting around to. I don't know that I'll buy it when it comes out. Well, I won't buy it when it comes out because I won't have a PS5, but I don't know. I'm excited about it, but it's not going to sell me on a PS5, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I don't think Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank are gonna sell me at all.
If Resident Evil can't sell me on it, nothing can. Just putting that out there.
I was about to say, well, that's a multi-platform thing, so.
All right. Well, since you mentioned it, third article: Resident Evil Village. An official trailer for Resident Evil 8 Village has been released, and yep, it's set for Ethan, a more Chris-looking Chris this time around. Before I get carried on, it's like, did you guys see the trailer?
Yep.
Yes.
And what did you think of Chris? Is it just me that thinks that yeah, he's looking a bit more like Chris now?
Yeah, he looks a lot more like Chris. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He looks older. He looks more, I don't know, depressed, like under the weather kind of a thing, which all makes sense. So, and he does resemble like last time we saw that version of Chris in Resident Evil 6, he does resemble that, but if he were aged and weathered. And I think they did a really good job on that. But since this is a direct sequel from 7, that makes no goddamn sense. Like, who was the other guy? Who the fuck was that?
Well, that's not Chris.
Claire.
That's Redfield. No.
Oh, you're right.
It was Rebecca.
Robofield.
It was Claire.
It was an assault android sent to fucking, I don't know. It's weird. It makes no sense.
I mean, obviously it's Chris, but
Yeah.
it's Capcom's like, hey guys, we just wanted to make him look more realistic. We can't make him look big and bulky in our new engine. That wouldn't look right. And then they made him look big and bulky in this trailer.
Yeah. They clearly did that to address the fan concern, but it just it breaks the previous game just that much more. And when this is a direct sequel featuring the same protagonist from the last game, that's not good. That's not a good start. Like right out the gate, it's like something feels off.
Flattened my hair and put on some muscle. There's his explanation.
And I got reconstructive facial surgery because I look nothing like I did before a year ago.
Chris from 7 is really slim jawed while he's back to being blockheaded again.
They don't look remotely similar, of course, because in 7 he looked nothing like Chris, but they kind of made that bed, and now they unmade that bed, and it doesn't fucking make any sense. You can't take the other game seriously anymore, not that Alec does, but...
No. 7 shit. But yeah, so at the start of the Resident Evil 8 trailer, the text comes up with his story comes to a close.
They better be talking about Ethan.
I mean, I thought they're talking about Billy, but
what?
Really?
Billy just comes back and he goes, "Hey guys, it's me, Billy. I'm a werewolf now."
Oh god.
Yeah, then he just gets shot. So yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just thinking. I'm like, yeah, I honestly am not sure how to react when I saw the trailer. I'm like, okay, graphically and visually, what we saw looked pretty fucking cool, but it didn't quite feel like Resident Evil. Like, it
Didn't
almost...
quite? What
Trust
about
me.
that was Resident Evil, other than Chris?
I'm understating it completely. Like, believe me, I get it. But, like...
I thought it was a sequel to The Order.
That's what it looks like.
The Order?
1886, that werewolf hunting game that was like kind of Victorian-esque.
I think I kind of remember that.
Didn't that come out like when PS4 launched?
Yeah, I think
console?
it was launch window.
I just remember that I was like, okay, so Chris actually looks like Chris now. That's better than what scared the shit out of me and kind of irritated me at the end of RE7. I'm kind of not sure about having Ethan back into the game. Like, I kind of feel like, you know, they have an entire roster of other characters that were memorable and that actually had personalities and that we all got to know and love that they could have brought back to possibly work with Chris. Maybe even Rebecca, for that matter. But I kind of just... I feel so on the fence about it. I want to at least see, like, give it a chance. But I also know that it might not strike the same chord as the rest of the series did for me. I'm just trying not to judge it preemptively, but I am kind of cautious of it.
Yeah, I normally don't judge things off first trailers and announcements and such. I usually just wait for gameplay and see like how it all fits together.
Jazz, any comments?
No. Oh, shit. Hang on.
Hang on to what? My dick? Because I've been doing that all broadcast, but
It seems like a weird decision to like take a
Sorry.
game like Resident Evil 7 that was very divisive and risky, and I feel like the majority of the fans dislike 7, and the ones that even do like it still have problems with it. So to take that and go full throttle down, you know, and just fucking run with that like 10 times harder seems like a terrible mistake, especially on the heels of just releasing Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake that were received really well because they went back to the older style. They, you know, slower paced, and they felt like Resident Evil games where Resident Evil 7 did not. So for them to still...
7 wasn't slow?
Huh?
7 wasn't slow?
It was slow, but it didn't feel like Resident Evil.
I'm so glad to hear you say
Like,
that. I've been saying that for so long.
Like, gameplay wise, like, first person isn't what you think of when you think of Resident Evil. Therefore, playing a Resident Evil game in first person is weird. It doesn't feel like what you would think of being a Resident Evil game. Like, the way that it was designed, like the way that the game flows and the pacing of it and stuff like that, yes, they are rooted in kind of what Resident Evil used to be. And that was great. And I've talked about that before, how they did a really good job with that part of it. But it's still, gameplay wise, it does not feel like Resident Evil, nor is that what I want from a Resident Evil game. And then they reaffirm that with these remakes. They're like, oh, well, clearly there's a market out there that likes this, you know, whatever, third person, whatever, like kind of hybrid of what Resident Evil used to be. And then they're just going to leave that behind and continue down the road that people were like somewhat okay with at best. How does that make sense?
My only gripe with 7 was the story. It had so many plot holes.
Yeah.
Well,
like, how the fuck you gonna sink a ship in the middle of the ocean, then boom, it's in a fucking bayou?
Magic. Because there's
How do
witches.
you record everything and then have it mysteriously appear on a video cassette? Fine. Like when you're getting burned to death. Oh no, the video came out alright, that's fine.
Yeah, no big deal. It had anti-explosion cream.
Yeah. So, quite a lot of mixed feelings with this one, then, guys. For me, it just looked like Resident Evil 7 again, and that's enough for me to go, yeah, no, I'm good.
I'll buy it.
And they're making it more action oriented too. Like, so the few things that we liked about 7, they're taking those away. Like, what? Okay. And then I don't know if you guys watched that developer commentary video or whatever, but they showed the inventory, and it's like now
That inventory's fucking huge.
Now
What the
exactly.
fuck?
So now they're implementing some like version of Resident Evil 4 in there as well. It's like
I feel like there's going to be an RPG mechanic they're not telling us about.
you have 45 inventory slots in that screenshot. There's a currency system. It seems like there's some kind of virus indicator thing. I don't know, that it could just be the way that they designed the health bar. But what concerns me is like 45 inventory slots is ridiculous. If they're doing any kind of like old school style puzzle solving, like that breaks that idea right out the gate, because item management and like having to carry like pieces of puzzles around and that complicating your journey and all that, like that's gone because you can just pick up fucking everything. And the fact that there's a currency system is going to take it back to Resident Evil 4, where you kill an enemy and it drops a big shiny thing that you pick up. And I always hated that because it's really immersion breaking. And that's something that's always been really important to Resident Evil, is that immersion. There's no HUD. There's, it's very cinematic. It doesn't feel gamey, for the most part. So going back down that path really bothers me. It's like they're taking all the bad elements from all the games and putting them into this and removing everything that is Resident Evil from it. But it's still Resident Evil 8.
Is like their most selling game ever, and if they're taking playbooks off that, it's gonna sell, and the majority of people are gonna like it, more than likely.
I don't know. We'll see.
Might be time to boycott Resident Evil, guys.
So I don't know. Just saying that, if they're doing a bunch of things people hate, then wouldn't people hate 4, and wouldn't it be a bestseller?
Well, I mean, a lot of people actually do not like Resident Evil 4 because of those reasons, or they like the game, but there's elements like me. Like, I love Resident Evil 4, of course, but it's not a very Resident Evil game, and there's a lot of things in there that really bother me, and I wish that they didn't put them in there. So, despite it being a fantastic game, it does have flaws. So to see them, go back to those flaws and re-implement them into something new, that's not cool. That's not a good thing. That's not what I want. You're not even taking the good elements from Resident Evil 4 and utilizing those. You're taking the bad ones. But the biggest issue for me is that, like, when you watch this trailer, none of it says Resident Evil. None of this game feels like a Resident Evil game. It's like you said, Cody. When you saw this trailer, you thought it was
the Order 1886.
And I'm right there with you. That's what it looks like. That's the vibes that it has, the set pieces that they have. It looks like the time period fits into that. It doesn't fit into a typical Resident Evil game. You've got fucking things that thematically should never be in the franchise, like werewolves, witches, vampires, and shit like that. Like, what?
Where are you getting vampires at?
It could just be one of the witches, but one of those ladies or whatever, they're drinking blood from your wrists.
I feel like the vibe I got from them, I feel like they're a werewolf cult. Like, that's what I'm getting from it. Like they're some sort of cult. I didn't think vampires. I just thought cultist ladies probably make people into werewolves, and they terrorize the towns and shit.
It could be that, but it's very vampire looking shit. like it makes me think of vampires. That's what the imagery pulls out of me. That's what it looks like. And I'm sure that's somewhat intentional given the themes that are here already. But even if not, even if you remove vampires from the game, you still clearly have werewolves and witches, which that's just so far removed from what Resident Evil used to be, and the reasons why I like the game, that it totally ruins it as a Resident Evil game. And then you've got the other things like the action and the fucking huge inventory and all these other things that are going on.
It seems all the leaks have been accurate so far, so if that's anything, the person that they're going to call a witch isn't really a witch, they're just using biological chemicals. So there's no magic.
I think I see what you're getting at. Like, it could just be, like, just a happenstance of nomenclature, but I kind of don't know how I feel about accepting that either.
Yeah, they're still legitimizing those concepts. Whether, like, regardless of the method, they're still werewolves and witches. And, like, we've been... Like, I understand that throughout the years, we've been kind of inching closer and closer to, like, hey, we can do anything with this virus. And that's the problem, though, because back in the day, it's like these are biological weapons that mutate out of whatever the fuck you infect it with. It's very simple. You know, it's somewhat grounded in reality. And, you know, of course, it's not entirely realistic, but the idea of how it works makes sense. But when you start implementing all these other viruses and they can make you fly and turn you into a witch or a fucking unicorn or whatever the fuck they want to do, just because they say that it's created from a virus, it's not the same thing anymore. It's becoming something else, and you're just finding reasons to very loosely link it to whatever.
I always
virus.
just seen it as it was always loosely linked. It was all just
How?
pseudoscience mumbo jumbo.
Yeah.
So I've been playing it like you since the first game on the PS1, and reading the notes, I always thought it's just pseudoscience, mumbo jumbo. It's just like they always been loosely linked. They don't ever fully go into a scientific method on how they make these things.
Well, of course not, because you can't do that. That's not a real thing.
Exactly. It's always
but you're talking
made
about
pseudoscience mumbo jumbo from the start.
You're talking about like something simple like reanimating a body with a virus and aggression and things like that. Things that make sense. Things that you can wrap your head around being a real thing that happens. But when you start talking about, I'm going to make me a virus that turns me into a witch where I can cast magic spells and make werewolves and shit, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this is not the same thing. That's so far removed from those simple concepts that made Resident Evil what it was back in the day. It's very different.
I mean, zombies are based off magic, so...
Not those zombies. Some concepts of zombies, like the origins of zombies, yes, you're right. But this is based off of a different concept of what a zombie is, like a different origin story. It's not based off magic. It's based on biology. It's based on science. And that's, like I mentioned to you before, like that's why I liked Resident Evil to begin with, was the fact that they took that approach. It wasn't magic zombies or whatever the fuck, or a meteor from space. It was science. We're making bioweapons with technology and biology, and that's cool. And it seems real world and believable. You can buy into that more than you can buy into a voodoo zombie. That's what got me into it to begin with. And now that's so far gone. It's like, why is this even appealing to me as a core Resident Evil fan that's been there from those concepts to begin with? Like, this doesn't resemble anything that I've ever liked about Resident Evil. It's so different. Like, it's not even recognizable at this point. It's fucking bullshit.
Well,
this was the game that was supposed to push me into being forced to buy into next gen, and now that that's gone, it's just like, it sucks. It's like the future of Resident Evil doesn't seem interesting to me anymore, which has never been a thing. Like, regardless of how bad a Resident Evil title has been, I'm always like, okay, I'm getting that, because it's like I was still invested in the future of Resident Evil and what it, the themes, like, it wasn't so far removed. It's like, yeah, we went into an action-oriented place or whatever, we lost our footing as far as the story goes, but we can get back on track. But like, this, like, what the fuck is this?
You know what it is?
What?
2020 got to Resident Evil and fucked that up too.
1000%, you're right.
Yep.
Like, to me, this couldn't be more disappointing and shocking if they had made it a kart racer or a tennis game or like it just
Resident Evil.
it's
kart
like
race.
sure you can slap the Resident Evil name on there and do your best to throw things in there that say no, it's fine because bioweapon does this or whatever. It's like you can try to legitimize whatever you want to, but it's still a fucking tennis game. It's still a karting game. This isn't what I want. This isn't giving me what the promise of the Resident Evil brand. It's giving me something different, but you're slapping on the title. So like this is probably going to be the first title that I don't buy, and as the hardest of the hardcore Resident Evil fans, that's fucked up and that's really disheartening. I bought Umbrella Corps. Yeah, like I bought the shittiest of the shit games in the Resident Evil franchise. I've always been committed. So for this game to turn me off that much, that's fucking bananas. Like, that surprises me.
Well, any guesses as to what the name of the virus is for this one?
The banana virus.
B-virus. Oh my god, B-virus.
The bitch-ass virus.
And honestly, like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope something happens. Some video, some information, whatever the fuck, something comes out to completely spin me around. I hope that's true. But with everything that they've shown, they're too deep into all these elements in the game that, like, how can you turn it around? How can you fix it? How can you make it make sense at this point? It's too much.
Spin you right round, Shaun. Right round.
Like
a record.
Like a record.
Like a record.
Fucking.
Well, let's just hope the YMCA virus works out in the end. So, Village.
My heart
It
is
would be
broken.
the W virus.
Anyone else got anything to say on Resident Evil 8?
Burn it.
Okay, let's move
Kill it before it lays eggs.
Yeah, yes, please. I
Kill it before it
urge
hatches.
to everyone who likes Resident Evil not to buy this game so that they sell like maybe 2 copies in total so that they know, matter of fact, like this is the wrong fucking way to go. Because if people buy this piece of shit, then Resident Evil is truly doomed forever, and that's really sad.
Or do like what they did with the other shitty one they just did and have it like, hey, you bought Resident Evil 3, here's the shit one with it, so you don't have to actually buy it separate.
Yeah, see, that would have made sense if they did the Resident Evil 4 remake and they threw in Resident Evil 8 attached to the side of it or whatever, and they tried to do some weird, crazy, wacky shit. Maybe that'd make it easier to swallow. But it couldn't be a numbered title. It couldn't be 8. That wouldn't make sense. It'd have to be Resident Evil Village.
Resident Evil Poo. It's Village Resident Evil.
I could have even dealt with it potentially if it was just Resident Evil Village. No 8? Maybe. Still, I would still have most of the opinions that I have currently. But if they wanted to jump off the deep end and go batshit crazy and try something new and they did it on a spin-off game, fine, whatever. I'll fucking see what kind of crazy shit you want to do, and I'll probably buy it, knowing that the future of Resident Evil is still going to be what I expect it to be. Not some crazy fucking random, completely different thing. I'm done.
They're like, you know how some of the games have an actual like a title to them. Like you have Resident Evil Nemesis or Code Veronica, so they have subtitles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I kind of think that they would have had a better shot kind of marketing this if they didn't lump it in under the Resident Evil name and just slap that onto it to try to milk money out of it.
That's what I said about 7.
And that's not even a concept that's foreign to them because they tried to do that with Umbrella Corps. Resident Evil Umbrella Corps in the US is just Umbrella Corps. Like they released I can't remember what market it is, I want to say it's the Asian market. They put on the Resident Evil Umbrella Corps, but that game is just technically called Umbrella Corps. It's not Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. So why not do that? Why not just call it Village? And then as you're playing through this crazy new game, you figure out, oh, hey, this is tied to Resident Evil. That's fucking weird, but okay, cool. And then you can just accept that for what it is. But to call this 8, come on, man.
Or just make 7 and 8 a different IP. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Like, if you want to make something so different, why don't you make a new IP?
That's how he came up with Devil May Cry.
Yeah, like, this game as a game looks interesting. But I can't get over the fact that it's a Resident Evil game. It doesn't make sense to me. And it's interesting too because the Neil Drucker or whatever from the Naughty Dog, or Neil Druckmann, the director of The Last of Us at Naughty Dog, he kind of said something similar about this recently in an interview, because a lot of people are like, hey, make more Last of Us, but put it in a different setting, put it in whatever, Japan or Europe or whatever, and do new characters and stuff. And he said something along the lines of like, if you change the protagonist and the environment and like the setting, and you change too much with what that game is, it doesn't resemble what it used to be. It turns into something else. So at that point, you should just make a new IP. And that makes total sense. It's like sometimes you can change a game for the better by experimenting and radically changing what it was and making it into something better. That can happen, but like at the end of the day, when I see a brand, I have my expectations, right? Like I played Resident Evil 1. When I see Resident Evil 2, I want more of what I got from 1. That's why I like Resident Evil. So when I go from 1 to 2, and 2 is a completely different game that doesn't even resemble the first one, even if I like it, I'm going to be disappointed because that's not what I wanted from this game. That's not the reason I'm interested in this franchise. So it should be consistent, at least at its core, as to what you're getting, so that when you see Resident Evil or you see whatever brand that is, it's setting proper expectations as to what you're getting. It's real simple. Like, why would you go outside that concept? You're just setting people up for disappointment.
They've done it before.
Well, they need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been perfectly fine if they kept the same gameplay style from the first one all the way up until present day. And maybe I would have gotten bored from it. But at that point, if the audience gets bored of it, they can stop playing, or you can take a break and go back to it or whatever. But it's like Resident Evil is good for a reason. So why continue to change it? Why turn it into something that it's not? I don't want Silent Hill when I play Resident Evil, or vice versa. I want the thing. Give me the thing. God damn it.
Oh, that's the same thing with Call of Duty and it's sports games. It's just the same thing, different characters, and there we go.
That is a great example. And how well does Call of Duty do? Call of Duty does great.
Exactly.
How much has that game evolved since inception? Not a whole lot. They clean it up, they add new things, but the core gameplay,
personally who play it and who like it, good on you. But I seriously cannot get behind a game that is just the same garbage over and over again.
Well, yeah, I mean, Call of Duty is
like,
maybe not a good example.
If it's repetitive and nothing changes, how do you expect me to get into that?
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Then just move on then, right? Just go to a different series, because like why would you go back to Call of, like if you don't like Call of Duty, or you got bored with Call of Duty, why would you go back to it? Like, you know what you're getting from Call of Duty. Why should it reinvent itself over and over and over again? I could even see, like, after long gaps of time, when it does get old and stale, trying to do something to spice it up gameplay wise. That's fine, within reason. But like, don't you want that game for what it was? Like Bloodborne or the Souls games, if they threw that in modern times and it turned into like an open world Grand Theft Auto kind of game, like, why would you want that? I wouldn't. Even if it's a great game, I'm getting like a Grand Theft Auto ripoff. I'm not getting Bloodborne or Dark Souls or whatever anymore because it's not the same thing that it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I think we hit the nail on the head, and I think someone's lost their mic.
Oh boy.
So, let's move on to the full article, shall we?
I do, however, just want to clarify. I'm pissed off and ranting about this because I care. Like I'm not trying to just be like a negative shithead about anything at all. You know, because I get, like, even when I hear other people talk about like, oh, I'm not going to judge a game until I play it, and I'm totally on board with that. You know, I'm right there with you. I'm normally the same way, but when it comes to something that I've been invested in for so long, and I don't see any chance for redemption in it because of how far removed that it has become from what I know it to be. Like, I know, for the most part, I hope I'm proven wrong, but from what I've seen, there's no way that this can be redeemed into something that I want. So I can already tell I'm not going to like it. So I can't foresee a single thing that they could change to make me change my mind. Therefore, that's why I have this perspective of this game is shit and I'm pissed about it, even though I've only seen one trailer. Because like normally that's not the case, but it's just this particular situation is a little bit different because of that reason. But I normally don't judge books by their cover, so to speak. Even Resident Evil 3, I wasn't like, when I saw that Nemesis, I wasn't like, this game is total garbage. I was like, this Nemesis fucking sucks and it ruins X, Y, and Z because of that. And I was right. The game came out. My expectations were pretty much exact. That game was what I thought it would be. I really liked that game. I fucking hate that Nemesis. And I knew I would. And I feel like this next game, Resident Evil 8, is going to be the exact same thing. I could, if I were to buy it, I could like the gameplay and most of what that game has to offer, but I still feel like I'm going to hate it for the reasons that I've discussed, and those are just too many reasons to hate a game like that. You know, I shouldn't hate the story. You know, I shouldn't get pissed off because of how far removed it is from what I think it should be. Like, those things are still going to be present when I'm playing that game, and I don't see that changing. I hope I'm wrong. We'll see. Okay, we can move on now.
Hey, you're not going to be wrong because this is exactly what I said about 7, and you know you've heard me say it. So yeah, it's fucked. Right. Anyway, fourth article. Some more returning faces are set to come back. So we talked a little bit about Ratchet and Clark.
Did you say Ratchet and Clark? Is this my
I've
game?
never played the game. Yeah, Ratchet and Clark. Shaun Clark.
We'll play it and it could be Richet and Clark.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'm the robot.
Sure.
You're like, I don't know what this game is.
I think they're tools. I don't know.
Wow.
I was watching the trailer for it and I was just like, wait, how is a robot seeing what the little weird thing is seeing? Because like he's watching from back. I was like, what? But, yeah, I don't know. I've never been bothered by Ratchet and Clank, but yeah, some people are. So yeah, good for them. It looks alright. It looked like if I was going to play the game, it would give me a headache. But hey ho. But other than that, everyone's favourite Hitman is back for Agent 47. Is due for Hitman 3, which is going to be the last of the trilogy of the Hitman 1 and 2 and 3. So
that actually really surprised me at the end when it said Hitman 3. I was like, well, huh? What? Like, I was expecting it to be something else. Like, it didn't seem like a Hitman game. So
what? That whole trailer screamed Hitman. Did you play those games?
Yeah. Well, not the new ones. Not
It screamed the new ones.
Oh, okay.
Which are they're not open world, but you can kill your target in like 25 plus different ways
Oh,
per
okay.
mission.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I did-
I know a little bit about it, but I haven't played any of it at all.
Well,
I've just
if
seen.
you played the first two, then that trailer would have been like, yeah, that's Hitman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was-
I'm just comparing it to the older stuff that I had played, and it looked super different, so that makes sense.
I was really impressed by the Dubai trailer bit. I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. If you could punch someone off that chopper, that'd be awesome.
You think you have a way to kill them? You probably can. It's about getting them there is the problem.
Oh, I'll find a way. I'll find a way.
I have to ask, the trophies or achievements or whatever for Hitman, are they really annoying because you have so many options to kill people?
You don't. I think as long as you kill them, you get the achievement for beating it. The multiple ways to kill them are just to get you points to unlock in-game rewards.
So
like
there's not
weapons.
trophies or achievements for like kill this person in this situation in this area or whatever. That
I
kind
feel
of
like I've
bullshit.
seen that in
Kill
the
them.
first Hitman. That was a bit. That was
I'll have
implied
to
in.
check. I can't confirm.
Because that terrifies me. Because that sounds really annoying.
But then think of the replay value.
Yeah,
But
but
replay value is stupid high.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm personally excited for Hitman 3. So that's one
I am
reason
too.
for
I really want to play the first two. They look really cool.
wow.
Oh, maybe they'll do a trilogy.
Well, they probably will. So
I mean,
that's
if you buy two, it comes with one. So
Like the whole thing?
yeah, if you buy two, it comes with all of the first game built into it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Is the second one really small then?
No, it's still big. They did one in an episodic manner, so it didn't sell great because of that business decision. So one of the reasons why they bundled it together was so one, it didn't sell great, so people could catch up with the story by playing the first one, and then play two, which is you bought two, so since one's built in, so you can get the whole story in one game.
I'll have to look into that.
it's
Because I played, I think, what was the last one I played? I think, was it Absolution? Was that the one before they kind of branded it or whatever? Or restarted it?
yeah, Absolution was a restart as well.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
It's kind of
It's weird. It's like it wants to be a sequel, but it wants to be a reboot.
yeah.
Weird. Yeah, because I've only played, like, I don't know, every other or every third or whatever. Like, I haven't really been consistent about the Hitman games that I've played. But the ones that I have played, I really, really got into them.
And I guess not a lot of people notice. It's a weird fact. The new Hitman games 1, 2, and 3 are sequels to the original series.
Oh, that's cool. I thought it was a reboot.
It is, but the intro essentially to the games is the first mission for the first game is Agent 47 when they first found him.
Yeah.
And then after you beat that mission, it shows a montage of like, this is what Hitman, or this is what Agent 47 does. And if you actually pay attention, the montage is all a bunch of key missions from the past games. And then it goes to past that.
That's really cool. I like that. That's cool.
You should definitely play Blood Money. That's fun.
Blood Money's
Yeah, I heard
great.
that's supposed to be the best one.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
Yeah, the first one I played was 2, and at the time, like, that game was fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah, just don't play the original. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't imagine. I don't even know, did they ever release the original on a console? Or was that just a PC
I believe
game?
it's PC.
Yeah, that
I
makes
believe
sense.
It's PC.
Because I've never
Buggy as
seen
shit,
it.
so.
Makes sense.
And some of the missions in Hitman 1 really don't, comply with the rest of the Hitman series. So it's just like...
Is there magic?
It's weird. It does and it doesn't at the same time, because Hitman 1 is about just killing the guy that created you,
Yeah.
because you're a clone, if you didn't know that.
How, let me ask you this. How the fuck have we gotten this far and not seen an original Hitman remake? How the fuck is that not a thing?
IO Interactive just apparently knows how to, like, can keep it, like, going, but just redoing game mechanics.
Because that's what I thought. I thought this new trilogy was exactly that. Was like a well, I guess it wasn't. I never thought it was a remake. I thought it was a reboot. So it's not the same thing.
You can play the new Hitman games and absolutely know nothing about the other ones because they don't bring the story from the other ones into this.
They
That's
just
what I did.
reference it, right? That's cool.
Yeah,
that's a smart way to do
They
it.
don't bring it in fully.
Yeah.
It's a all new plot that's like a trilogy plot. So if you'll get a cliffhanger at the end of 1, you have to play 2, and now characters from those 2 are going to be in this new third one that's ending the World of Assassination trilogy.
Yeah. Well, that's set for release in January 2021. Good thing my birthday's in January.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. Aloy is back in Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. Jazz has talked about this a few weeks ago.
I can't tell if I was excited about this game or if I was just excited about it for Jazz.
I was excited until I was told I need a new fucking console.
Yeah, that's
Still excited.
I was about to say it was a PS5 event it was revealed at. What would you think?
I don't watch those things. I just hear from what you guys talk about.
Do you
Releasing for PS2 now.
So that is worth buying a PS5 for, though, for you? You're just gonna wait until it comes out?
I mean, I might be surprised because I did that with Tomb Raider, right? Like, I couldn't get Rise of the Tomb Raider. It was only coming out on 360 or on Xbox One and PS4, and I didn't have that at the time. And then when I went to buy it, they were like, "No, we have it on 360," and I was like, "Ugh." So maybe they'll change their mind and be like, "No, we have it on PS4." I'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah, good luck with
put that
that.
PS5 back on that goddamn shelf. I don't want that, motherfucker."
I'm gonna finish that game. But yeah, for me, it's
play that game. I have it.
Do it.
Do it. But yeah, other than that, Little Big Planet Sackboy is back for a game.
That's still a thing.
Yeah,
Well, that's the thing. It's not.
It's not called Little Big Planet. It's
Yeah.
just called Sackboy and something.
Sackboy's
Sackboy's Big
Adventure.
Event. Yeah. But to be honest, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, okay, because I was never bothered by Little Big Planet games, so it's just like, yeah.
I
But,
like
when I was
Little Big
watching it,
Planet,
I was
but this
like-
just seems so like not the same. Like it
I
looks like a
like 'em.
platformer or something. I mean,
The
original was
Little
too,
Big
but
Planet without the creativity part. It's probably
Yeah, and
just a platformer game.
that's what it looks like, and it just makes me wonder why. Like that was the whole point. That was what Little Big Planet was. You played it for the content creation, like building shit and playing other people's content. I don't think what's there is really good enough to justify like its own in-universe platformer. You know, it just doesn't seem that appealing to me.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, at the offices of like Sony, where they're just like they present them the idea, like a guy goes, "Little Big Planet 4," and like he's waiting for applause. Then one of the like people on the board stands up, walks to the dev, and then they slap him in the face and they say, "No, we got dreams now."
Wow.
I have to be honest, like it looked like it was going to be 4-player, like all that kind of shit. So I was just like, I don't know, I could probably play it with you guys, you know, if it all came on PlayStation Plus and we didn't
Pretty
pay
sure they
for
were all
it.
multiplayer.
I won't get it.
Aw.
I only have Little Big Planet 3 because of the stupid. It was free to play at one point.
And
I like
you
Little
just
Big
didn't like
Planet.
it?
I got it to play it with like Shayla and people, so I ended up basically just playing it alone.
Well, that's the thing. Like, just you should give it another chance. I think I have. You said 3, right? You have 3.
Yeah.
I think I have 3. We'll have to mess around with it sometime.
Well-
See if you.
Play it with us.
Yeah.
Play
I
it
might
with
play.
us.
I might play that one because I already have it.
Alec, you have 3 as well.
No, but I can probably find it cheap enough.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, it's got to be dirt cheap at this point. Yeah, we should all give it a
And I
shot
had-
and see if it's something you like.
I have a skin for to turn the Sackboy into Jody.
Of course you do.
There's The Last of Us
Yeah.
ones too, but I always played it as Jodie. It was more fun. Me.
Because this Sackboy game is guaranteed to be one of the free-to-play games at some point. So
Yeah.
we'll just plan for it.
Yeah.
It just looks like it'd be fun to kind of mess around with, but not something I'd be interested in buying.
Wouldn't play it solo, wouldn't buy it, just, be fun for like our online fun little groups times. But
It's
yeah.
like Conan.
No, that wasn't fun.
Conan was amazing.
Conan was amazing. I was being sarcastic. I love Conan.
Sad about that.
Why?
Because, like, you finished it, and you don't want to go back on it. Alec doesn't
Yeah.
want to play on it, even though we laughed when we were playing.
I'll go
I
back
get on
to
it, but I play it on Xbox because, I don't have the PlayStation anymore.
But New World.
Damn it, Cody.
That was tons of fun, though, running around with our hands up everywhere.
Oh, it was so great.
Good times.
Right, well, as another returning thing is Abe from the Oddworld games.
Yes!
I am Abe hype right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh
Because
my god, I remember that back on the PlayStation 1.
So good.
yes.
I'm
And
sorry,
that
I'm like stupid hyped over that.
Did they show
watched
it?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Lauren Lanning interviews throughout the past year.
Yeah.
So I'm because I played Oddworld 1 and he's the creator of it. He made the whole story. I am stupidly hyped because this is the official sequel to Oddworld 1.
Oh, wow.
Yes!
He's like, yeah, I made like a 5-part trilogy, and he was willing to shut down his company just to save Oddworld.
Wait, I thought the second one was a direct sequel too.
It's just filler. He says it's not the true sequel. This new one is, and it's taken him 20 years to get this sequel made because.
Did you see the train bit? Fucking me.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Is it still a 2D side
Yeah.
scroller? Oh.
2.5D. Like the original was, kinda.
Did you get the I guess it's considered a remake, but they brought it back. Yeah, for PS3.
Yeah, it's a remake. I played it on Xbox.
How was it?
It's great.
Is it better,
It's
worse? Did they do it?
But it's like 4K.
But they did it right. Like everything still plays the same and feels the same.
Yeah.
It's not like Tony Hawk fucking HD.
You can quick save.
Oh my god.
You can quick save in this one. It's like, yay!
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. That means I don't have to track down a fucking idol to save that.
Yeah.
But like... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You're fine.
I was thinking about how that was one of my first seriously in-depth video games when I was just a kid. I think I played that before I played Resident Evil, and
How dare you?
I think jeez. I mean, my first look into the game, I saw the trailer, and back before the first game came out, and I was like, oh my god, that is fucking sweet. Plus, I love the art direction. This is a game that I thought I would never hear from again. I never got to play the second game, but I was really excited.
The game
to
isn't out yet.
No. I thought there was one I just heard you guys talking about.
Yeah, I'm making a joke.
So
because-
Exodus. You're referring to Exodus.
Yeah, Abe's Exodus, which is a sequel for sequel's sake, but it's not the official second game according to the creator.
Yeah, and I just remember how psyched I was to finally get my hands on the game, and it was one of my first Metroidvania-esque kind of games, with the way it handled and controlled. I think I even also just loved how it maintained its sense of humor with its own style.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the key things that the creator likes to talk about. He
Yes.
says, Slapstick's a huge thing in the Oddworld universe.
Did
So, yeah,
anybody play Skull Monkeys?
Yes.
Wow. The
I was like-
disdain.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm a skull monkey.
It's great. It has similar humor. It
Hello.
came out on the PS1 as well.
Follow me. Okay.
Abe is fucking horrifying too for like a kid playing that shit. Like, goddamn, that's like
never scared
nightmare
of Abe.
material.
We're gonna make him into Mudakin Pops.
Yeah, that
I
whole
mean-
thing is really dark. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In that trailer, that really got me a little bit. Is like when you see this short bit in the trailer where he's about to cut open his stitch lips.
Yeah,
using-
so
Yeah.
Oh!
Jesus Christ. Come here, little Timmy.
Yo.
I got a game for you.
I'm super excited about that. I'm like, Abe's finally, like, it's a symbolism of being free, is he's finally gonna cut his stitches.
But still, it's like, oh, don't.
Well, I mean,
Right.
he's not cutting his lips, he's cutting the band.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like you're so used to seeing Abe with those things, and when you see the blade next to it, you think, oh, no.
When they cut it, he should have like some kind of like superhero voice or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's pre-stitch, or I guess, yeah, pre-stitch. I don't know, not pre-stitch. Whoa, he's stitched up. He's like,
Follow me. Okay.
and then like he cuts his stitch and he goes, "Follow me."
Yeah, exactly.
He sounds like Mickey Mouse.
No.
No, stitch him back up.
Archie?
Can just like every time he goes to the chant, like you, it's like, oh, 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 oh.
No, he makes Yoshi noises.
Oh no.
Loses all English vocabulary. He just goes, yeah.
Stop giving me ideas. Right, anyway. Right, that's definitely some games that I'm definitely interested for PS5. So yeah, are you guys interested in PS5? I expect it will come out on Xbox for you, Cody. But yeah. You
Yeah.
guys interested?
I've heard the Oddworld.
Honestly, I think, like I said earlier, the only games that I'm super hyped over, really so far, is just Demon Souls remake, Elden Ring. I was also kind of looking at that, what was it? Werewolf Apocalypse. Or what was interesting to me about that was that was based off of a tabletop game. And originally, yeah, there was a video game that came out for it, like way back in maybe, like it was in development per se. It actually was canceled in like maybe the early 2000s. I want to say like 2008, 2009-ish.
Yeah, I believe it was announced in '98, canceled in 2000, 2001,
Yeah.
and they kept trying to bring it back.
Yeah, and then it died, and nobody ever heard from it again. So I'm excited to kind of see what they do with that. I saw the trailer, and honestly, it looks beautiful. I was also looking at Mortal Shell. Mortal Shell actually looks like a pretty damn solid combination between, like, Blasphemous, a little bit of Dark Souls. Like, I appreciate game developers that take inspiration from one of my favorite series ever. But I like that they're not making it into a Dark Souls clone, which is kind of unfortunately what I'm used to seeing at this point. Like, it's one thing to take some inspiration and draw off of that, but I like that with this, the art direction is absolutely stunning. What we see with the trailer and even some of the teaser cutscenes and gameplay is that it looks very clean. The movement, the combat is fluid. I think what I really enjoy too is that the cutscenes we get to see are snippets of what we see before the actual boss fight, or I guess like confrontations occur. And to me, if I can appreciate if I can appreciate like the trailer quality and the actual gameplay graphics quality on the same level, that sounds pretty promising to me. Like, there's nothing I think more disappointing when you get this really fucking sweet advertisement, or like for a game that you've been excited over, you buy it and then it just runs like Garbo. So I think I'm pretty hyped over that, but I'm with Shaun on this. I'm still not entirely sure as to whether or not I would even consider buying the PS5 yet. I might just bide my time on it.
I have to admit that that's the one exciting thing about the next gen consoles, is that performance is going to be increased substantially, and like some kind of basic things that are like commonplace these days, like when you're going through an open world, or even any game in general where you get like the texture pop-ups and shit like that. Like if the game isn't optimized correctly, you can run directly up to a wall and it's just blur, and then it pops up right in your face. Like open world games have that all over the place. You know, things are always popping up and whatnot. So in these on these new systems, that's supposedly supposed to be eliminated entirely. Everything is supposed to be rendered in real time. All the textures are supposed to be there always. So you should never see that happen again, regardless of the size of the world. So that's something that is a really cool quality of life thing that I'm looking forward to seeing in future games. But again, it's a quality of life thing. You know, it's not, oh, I need to run out and spend $600 on a new console just for this kind of a thing, you know. But
Absolutely.
That is a really cool thing. I'm glad to know that that's something that they looked at and they're fixing, because it's always been really annoying. Even like Final Fantasy VII Remake has textures just randomly in the world that are just like, they never load. They're just like a complete blurry mess. Doesn't matter like how close or far away you are from it. It looks like complete dog ass in this world that looks beautiful. So it just pops out that much more. So like knowing that that's just going to be gone completely is going to be nice. And theoretically load times are supposed to be completely gone. That's another thing. Possibly the one good thing about Resident Evil 8, no loading times.
Yeah, they're gonna load it all up at once.
So I'll give Resident Evil 8 that one credit. No loading times in that game. Good job, Capcom. You did it.
I'm probably just obvious. Well, I would say probably. I'm obviously gonna get the new Xbox, but not really so much for the like exclusives like Halo Infinite and such. I don't know the rest of them because they haven't announced them until next month. I'm mainly gonna get it to have all the features like your 30 frame per game or 30 frame per second games are going to be boosted up to 60. Your 60s are going to be 120, and they're up-resing like everything to 4K and 8K with their smart patches and stuff. So get to play all my old games, load them faster, and play them at double the frame rate and like double the quality.
I mean, yeah, I can get behind that.
So I do wonder how that's going to function though, because like most games, especially older games, are built with a particular frame rate in mind. So like they'll
probably just keep those specific games. Then they probably won't touch them.
Yeah, because if you change that frame rate, it literally breaks the game or it breaks mechanics. Like that's part of how in Resident Evil 4 you can do that. I can't remember what it's called, dip man or whatever thing, where you have the shotgun. And you can phase through because of the frame rate. There's a part where you're about to get on one of the mine carts, and if you have an accelerated frame rate, you can use that dip man glitch where you move faster with the shotgun. If you do it at the right time in this specific area, you can like phase through the boundaries, and you can just like walk throughout the entire game.
I've done it.
Oh, you've done it? Yeah. So like things like that. So like when a game is built to have that frame rate, you're going to see that kind of a thing happen more and more. So that could be a problem. And I'm sure some games are going to experience that a lot more than others. You know, it could be more damaging in one game than another. But I don't know. I'm just curious to see how they approach that.
I'm just glad I can say not even just that the whole frame rate and like upraising everything to like 4K, making it crystal clear and all that. I'm just like, hey, I get to transfer my entire library over in games I buy on here still, transfer over to new console.
But how does the resolution work too? Because even if they up the resolution, you're still going to have shitty, blurry textures. So,
Surprisingly, for playing Morrowind, they essentially don't just like up the resolution entirely. They update the textures, but that's what the smart patching is for. So if you play it on like the original Xbox and it looks like blurry garbage, if you put it into the new consoles, it does detect which version of the console you have. So like if I put Morrowind into an S, it goes, okay, you can play the game and it's like 1080p and nice, and it'll give you a patch for 1080p. So it'll be a special patch just for that console. But if you put it in the X, it gives you a 4K patch instead. So it'll up-res the textures and all that to look like that. So while old games, it will show they're kind of a little bit texture flaws. They don't entirely look like shit. You can just more see the world geometry, and I think that's what makes them look worse than any textures.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's a different game, and we were talking about open world stuff, but I think one of my favorite open worlds is Subnautica. Like, I'll play that whenever I just need to calm down and blow off some steam from a rough
That game
day.
scares the shit out of me.
I absolutely, oh my god, I fucking love Subnautica, but like, there's nothing that creeps me out more than when, okay, it's pitch fucking dark, and I can't see where I'm going. I've followed my compass. I've mapped everything out. I literally have most of the game biome locations memorized. But it freaks me out when I don't realize it until it's too late and I have to actually reload the game. That the textures, everything, like the mapping of the textures and everything did not load. And next thing I know, I'm running into shit that wasn't there not even like 2 minutes ago. Like, I got stuck inside of the fucking base for one of the islands. And I didn't realize, I was like, oh man, how do I get out of here? Now I'm freaking out. Like, this scares me more than seeing a fucking Leviathan.
Just being in an open, endless water with creatures that maybe my mind can't comprehend around me. Yeah, fuck that shit. I love that game, but that shit's scary as fuck to me. I was like, ew, something touched my foot and it made a funny noise. I was like, I'm ready to fucking die right now.
I was that weirdo where I would pick all the most obscure bases, or obscure places to build a base, and I would make sure that at least one of them was close to the void, so that I could go see the ghost leviathans, because they're just so pretty.
Yeah. Except when they sneak up behind you, and then it's bad times.
Oh, I ended up accidentally floating on top of one. I was like, what is nudging me? What the fuck? I'm not even moving. I didn't even touch the joystick. Next thing I know,
and you're like, holy shit.
I look down and I'm literally standing on top of it. I'm like, oh, hello.
Okay, let's move on a bit because we've kind of drifted away from that one. Fifth article.
Sorry.
That's fine. Fifth article, if there wasn't enough reason to go ahead and enter next gen of gaming from just returning faces, then maybe the new IPs will take your fancy. So, Project Athia, which features a female protagonist on an alien planet who has to survive in a world populated by strange creatures. Oh, yeah, that's one of the trailers I was like, maybe.
It has potential.
Yeah, you know. It's nice to go to new IPs every now and again. You know, give it.
They're
a shot.
rare these days, unless it's
I
indie.
know. Yeah, I mean that's what Daymare just looked like. But that's
Hey!
another topic for another.
Damn.
Other than that, there is Deathloop, which again looks like a fun little one, just to take your mind off and do that a little bit. It might get frustrating, but so Deathloop, which centers on two competing assassins battling with a time loop, which is being developed by Arcane Lion, the makers of Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked like fun to me. It's just like you're constantly dying all the time, but you got to try and find a good, better way to die, I suppose, and avoid dying. So yeah, I could get down on
Yeah, I need to see more on that one.
that. For me, it's like it's going to be one of the games that probably comes out on PS Plus eventually. So I'm down for that. So, Pragmata, a sci-fi adventure game, whose trailer showed a robot girl and a man in a flying suit tackling a spaceship that has reverse gravity. It ends up transporting them from planet Earth to the moon. Not sure on that one, but hey, might be for you.
I just want to play as that cat.
Yes, I do. I did like that thing. It's like there's so many. I can't remember what it's called. Was it? Do you remember what it was called?
I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at a list right now, so hopefully I can pull it up.
But yeah, so that game was basically in Australia where you're in a robot world and you're a cat. You're not a robotic cat, but you're a cat. And I was just like, oh my god, it's so cute. I gotta play this game. So I'm already in for that one. But there was a few other ones that I just can't remember. Returnal, a moody space horror game in which a female astronaut crash lands on a world containing shadowy angel-like creatures and a floating orb. That was another one I was kind of interested in.
Yeah,
I quite like
that one looks really cool. Is that the Capcom one?
I don't know if it's Capcom, but it doesn't bother me if it's Capcom.
Could go either way at this point.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I just like when I was watching the trailer, it's just
Ray.
like,
Yeah, it looks cool.
It was like Alien Isolation in one way, and then it just seemed really. Do you know what? I also remind me of Mass Effect, but they probably won't fuck it up.
Anything's possible these days.
Oh well.
They even fucked up Mass Effect. I mean, what?
Andromeda.
How did that happen?
But, so you guys, there's a few games you're interested in that was new IPs.
Deathloop.
For me, just probably Returnal. I mean, there's a couple in there that I'd probably keep an eye on and maybe be interested in later, but that was Returnal was the only one that I thought was kind of spoke to me.
Deathloop.
Jazz?
Last of Us.
Yeah, wow.
That wasn't part of the trailers, but yeah, whatever.
I'm excited for Last of Us Part 2 as well, Jess.
Another thing to bring up is that how, in the PlayStation 5 trailers, there was nothing mentioned about the VR set. So,
if only they had a Resident Evil game, I would have been excited.
See you throwing shade over there.
Yeah. Sasha, any games that you were interested in new IP wise?
The ones I mentioned earlier, like Elden Ring, Mortal Shell, Demon Souls remake, especially the new Oddworld. And yeah, I was also looking at that. I feel so bad. I swear, my brain's kind of tired, so I'm hoping I don't butcher the name of it. But I think I got it right the first time. That Werewolf Apocalypse Earthblood.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name.
I'm like, I at least want to try it because you don't see very many games where werewolves actually fit into the story.
I like how you worded that because you know Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, I'm throwing some fucking shade too. I got you guys.
One last little thing I just wanted to bring up from watching the trailers. Anyone watching the Godfall trailer?
No what?
The
Godfall.
Godfall.
I don't think I've heard of that.
I have brought it up a few times, but it's just basically you're a knight in space, and pretty much you can adjust your swords to get god-like swords and whatever. And I'm just like, I was watching the trailer, and I'm like, it's got some rap music in the background of it. I was like, this does not fit. It's like,
It doesn't. I hate when people take fucking music that does not clearly fit with the theme of the game and put it in there.
exactly.
Ed Boon
Just-
did it with fucking Mortal Kombat trailers, and that was dumb. Fucking
I felt like
Godfall's doing it.
I felt like I was watching Sonic the movie, trailer again. I was
God.
like,
Gangster's Paradise all over again.
yeah, it's just like, what were they thinking? But yeah, that was enough to put me off Godfall. I mean, I wasn't really going to give it a shot anyway, but I was like, okay, if that's what you're choosing to advertise, it's not working.
Stop putting shitty rap music on your game trailers.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to appeal to an audience, but that's not, the audience isn't going to go for that. It's not working for me, so that's a no for me.
It just seems
but
like
yeah.
another Destiny kind of game, and I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Remember when Anthem was all hyped up and they're and the last time, do you know they still have the Christmas decorations up?
Christmas
in-game
forever.
event?
Yeah.
Critics.
Right.
I do want to
does
point
anyone
out
else-
that I just fucking bought Demon Souls like 2 weeks ago, and bam, fucking remake.
It's
Sons of
AVGN all over
bitches.
again.
I've been waiting to buy that game literally since it came out. The minute I do, new one, new version. Like, fuck
Right.
off. That always happens to me.
Everybody go out and buy a copy of Code Veronica right now.
Yeah, go do it. Do it.
Go do it.
I'm over
No,
here.
they will ruin it. They will ruin it.
I did buy one of those recently, actually. I did buy Code Veronica.
Good.
Good. You're helping the cause. Yeah.
I just think it's funny. It's like Shaun when he goes, yeah, I just bought the rest of the Blu-ray sets for AVGN separately, and then like a week after you said you finally caught up with the Blu-rays, they announced the box set with 12 seasons.
I'm telling you, that shit happens to me all the fucking time. Constantly. It pisses me the fuck off. Either that or like I'll wait to buy something for it to drop and it never drops. And I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it, I'll buy it. I buy it, boom. A week or two later, it drops. Or like just long enough for me to not be able to get a refund. As soon as that period's gone, it fucking drops. And I'm
That
just
breaks
like,
my
what did
heart
I
for
do?
you.
What did I do to deserve this? I
Welcome
don't
to Sean's
understand.
Corner Part 2.
yeah, I'm bringing it back. Speaking of which, too, since we're here, fucking Grand Theft Auto 5, they mentioned as well is going to be on PS5, and
I didn't get that.
and I'm just like, okay, so when I bought my copy of GTA 5 on Xbox 360, I was hesitant because the new systems were like right around the corner. I'm like, okay, well, they're probably going to release this on the next gen systems. Maybe I should wait. And then they made a fucking announcement that said, hey, we're not going to be making a next gen version of this. Don't worry about it. Go buy it. It'll be fine. And then that fucking clearly was a lie because they released
Rockstar
it.
has done that about 4 times already.
Still,
my
it
God,
doesn't make it better, but they fucking did that. They
No, I'm not saying it makes it better. I'm saying that if they say they're not going to do it, they're probably going to do it.
Yeah. So they ported that shit over to fucking Xbox One and PS4, and that pissed me off. And at that point, I never even went back to finish Grand Theft Auto because I was just like, fuck you guys. And now they're fucking remastering or remaking or whatever the fuck they're doing. They're re-releasing it again on a third platform. Where's the integrity? They have like no shame. This is a game they said will never come out on next gen systems, and it came out on 2 next gen systems. Like, what the fuck? Wow.
Because people are gonna buy it again, and they know people are gonna buy it. And GTA is their fucking cash cow.
Yeah, I'm sure they're counting on that, but that's such a fucking shitty thing to do.
It is shitty.
And why was GTA 5 like the first thing in the whole, trailer thing? It's like, that's not new.
Yeah.
That's probably why they put it first, because it's not.
Like, when I was buying Grand Theft Auto 5, like, if I had known it would come out on the next gen system, I would have waited, and I would have been perfectly content with waiting and buying it on the newer system. No big deal. But for them to just fucking flat out lie about it to get people like me to buy it in the moment and then just fucking release it anyway, that's so fucked up. I'll never forget. I'll never forget.
Right. Does anyone else have any quick news at all?
I did real quick.
Got it?
I sent it to you a couple times, but then I was like, okay, I'll just bring it up. I don't have any information on it yet, but I keep seeing on my phone little news pop-up thing that they seem to have scrapped the whole idea for a Last of Us movie, and they're just moving on to doing an HBO series, and they have a director now.
We talked about this.
No, it just popped up like 2 days ago. It was like the director is like signed on and ready
confirming
to go.
the director. I think that's news.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure they announced that was an HBO thing like 5 months ago.
Well,
Yeah,
because they were like,
about
the movie, HBO, and now they're like, well, we have a director, and he's like signed on, it's like official, and they said he's done stuff, but I don't remember any of it.
The Game
I
of
didn't write
Thrones,
anything down,
guys.
So it took them 5 months to kind of come up with a director? I mean,
Hey, I've seen
Everyone's
worse.
afraid to try.
Yeah, there's directors sign on and off on things all the time, whether people realize it or not.
The important thing is getting the script done.
Yeah.
Like once that's done, things can actually move forward.
Yeah, when the script's done, everything is so smooth.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah.
any other news?
For a minute there, Jazz, I was hoping you were going to say that they canceled Resident Evil 8, but
it's fine.
SpongeBob just got announced as gay.
What?
Who?
SpongeBob just got announced as gay by Nickelodeon.
Who's shocked?
That's a surprise.
Nobody's shocked.
He's got square pants.
Oh!
I don't know what that means.
I don't
I mean,
either.
they literally had an episode where he was the mother to him and Patrick's clan baby, so this is nothing new.
His best friend is shaped like a dick, so
like were we supposed to be surprised or outraged or something? Like what?
No,
we know.
Figured now it's public.
he lives in a
SpongeBob,
pineapple.
SpongeBob, gay pants.
Gay man, Fighter of the Squidward man.
Okay, right.
Okay,
Really,
it's game time.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Right. Let's play. Where is the sound clip? Come on. You
Wow,
have
way
it.
to be prepared.
Yeah, loser.
Professionalism.
Get fucked. Right. Oh yeah, here we go.
Who the fuck are you?
Wow.
That was worth it, wasn't it? Right.
No.
Let's play Who Are You?
No.
Shaun, do you know how to play the game now?
No. Kind
okay,
of.
good enough.
Wow. You sent me a thing. I can't find it. Where's the thing? Help. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay. Right, so basically in Who Are You for Sasha and
Wow.
Jodie.
Joshua.
Not for Jazz.
For Joshua.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Joshua West.
shut the fuck up. Every player,
He just read my mind.
every player has a character to describe to a different player. However, they cannot use the character's name or what the character comes from, video game series wise. So they can ask for up to 3 clues. And if they do so, they can only get 1 point if they ask for all 3 clues, 2 points if they ask for 2 clues, and 3 points if they only have 1 clue. People can guess as many times as they want, but if they get it wrong, they lose -5 points, and if you give up, you lose -100 points.
Dante shaming right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
We played twice and he gave up twice.
Consistency. Boom.
And he's negative more than 200.
Yeah. So, Jazz, since you know how to play the game by now, can you start off with Shaun?
And I'd like to say that I have not looked at it yet, so I'm going in this blind just like Shaun.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, are you ready?
Claire.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
Oh,
All right,
no.
clue 1. Clue number 1. This character is a workaholic and was dumped by his girlfriend. Those are 3 words. Workaholic.
Oh my god.
You gotta read it the way he wrote it.
That's so broad. Like, what? Give me clue 2. Words.
Blues Clues.
Clues 2.
Blues Clues. Okay,
Clues
clue number
blue.
2. This character is heavily based on Jackie Chan and his role in the Police Story movies.
Movie.
I can't read. Yeah. Heavily based on Jackie Chan and his role in the Police Story movies. Do you mean Rush Hour?
No.
Do I need his full name?
Yeah. Why not?
Wow.
I say no.
I don't know his full name.
Yeah.
I would just give a first name.
If you can say one of the names, like first or last.
Is it Lei from Tekken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's that?
You have 2 points.
Woo!
Okay. Shaun, can you give your
I give up.
clue?
Wow.
Bye.
No.
Shaun, can you give your clue to Sorry.
Oh,
Sasha,
Jesus.
please.
Shattered is here? What?
Good job,
I
Alec.
didn't even know. Alec. Oh no. Oh wow, I almost
Ashley.
read the answer.
Like you
Can't handle the pressure. Okay. Clue number 1. The character will his gun at every playable character that interacts with him.
I was supposed to say, will hold his gun. Point
Oh, that makes
will
more
point
sense.
his gun at everyone.
It's funnier with the typos.
You're saying you said he pulls a gun on everybody?
Yeah, so every
Every-
character that interacts with him, he pulls his gun on them.
It's Leon. I mean, it's Shaun.
I mean, what's the difference?
What? Well, it's Lee, Shaun.
Shilon.
What? Elon Musk.
Gion. Okay, so you said he points his gun at everybody that he meets?
Yeah,
Oh man.
even Jesus. Ah!
I'm trying to think who that could be.
You can ask for another clue, but your total points will go down.
Points don't matter.
They matter to me. They're heart points.
I almost want to say Dante from Devil May Cry, but I'm not sure. Could I get another hint?
You can. Clue number 2. He's a cop.
Oh!
He's a cop.
He's a real cop.
Real cop.
I knew that was going to come up.
He has a badge.
Yeet! Say okay.
It could still be Dante. No. He's
I was
a
like,
cop.
I almost wanted to say Leon, but I'm not entirely sure. That seems a little on the nose.
You can ask for a final clue.
I might as well, because that kind of just barely narrows it down for me.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, clue number 3. He leaves behind a report of 2 jewels were... What? He leaves behind a report of 2 jewels were missing from the clock at the main gate in the city.
Jesus.
God damn it, Alec.
Clue number 3, he hates Ashley.
Wow.
Okay, so that sounds like a 3 character.
Oh,
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
technical difficulties.
Alright, can you
Oh no. Oh
Can
no.
you type it? So
Type your
we can-
answer. I'll speak it out
Blink
loud.
if you can hear me.
Alrighty.
Here it comes. I see typing. Carlos?
Carlos.
That is wrong. You have -5 points.
Wow. How dare you steal my thunder?
Under.
Okay, have another go, or you can give up.
Yeehaw.
That's -5 points.
No.
The only other person I could have thought of was I was thinking about Nikolai.
The correct answer is don't tell anyone the name of the character or where the character comes from.
These spiky blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's -5 points because it's not Nikolai.
Okay.
Okay, you gonna have another shot, or
So can you just ask unlimited amounts of times and you just
Yeah, you
accumulate
can-
debt?
Apparently, and if you give
Yeah.
up, you get -200, so you might as well put yourself in debt guessing.
Go for it. Every character you ever knew about, go.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. That one guy from the Yakuza games. That,
That
shark
one-
from Maneater.
One guy?
That one
Oh
guy.
no.
General Grievous from Star Wars.
Something Valentine.
right? Cody's on -50.
Edward Scissorhands.
Sean is in -100.
SpongeBob.
The golden player skin in Fortnite.
SpongeBob Gay Pants.
It wasn't actually it wasn't Jill, was it?
No. I mean, that's a spoiler.
What?
Huh?
Conan from Conan.
Conan from not Conan.
Yeah, Doom guy.
All right,
Conan
step into
O'Brien.
it. Stop being stupid and let Sasha fucking
George
answer.
Lopez.
Eh.
Alright, that was the answer.
I was like, I honestly don't know at this point. I've guessed the people that I would think of.
Do you want to give up?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay,
I'll give you another clue.
You're allowed to?
Nope.
No.
No.
Nobody's going to.
He wears blue.
What
She
does
already
that
said
help?
Jill.
Barista number 2. Barista number 2 from the film The Room. The background character.
Because that makes me think of Marvin.
Ah!
God, no, you're both robots.
Hold on.
She said, wait,
Uh,
was that
I hear
a
them
guess?
clearly. I hear them clearly.
I hear her clearly.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Maybe you're the robot, Alec.
What
Yeah,
was your
Alex.
Maybe.
What was your last answer?
Marvin.
I was thinking Marvin.
That is correct, Mundo.
Right, yes, you got Marvin.
Ding,
Yay!
ding, 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 ding.
Yeehaw.
But you kind of gave up.
But because you used the
but that
last
was
clue, you
after
lose
a
4,000
full
points.
Jesus.
What?
It was a trap.
So I'm just going to declare you at -115.
Are you fucking oh my god.
Still not. You're still not. losing.
Right.
It's good.
Bro, fuck this
You
game.
can turn this around.
No.
I love that you get like maybe 3 points for a right answer, but -100 something if you don't get it right multiple times or give up,
Yeah.
and you go, you could turn this around.
Yeah, like, fuck that mechanic.
Never going to financially recover from this.
All right.
Never.
Okay, you guys are breaking up for me. So can we do Sasha to Cody?
Oh, I guess.
Wow. Where's your
It's
enthusiasm?
like, do I lose points if I say no?
Yes.
God, now I just feel like I'm trying to deal with student loans. Damn.
They're the ward student loans.
They're better.
Okay, so this character is imbued with the power of the sun.
Leon.
Alec just like left.
Is it the Praise the Sun guy from Dark Souls?
No, it is not somewhere.
Superman?
No.
Okay, next clue.
Okay. She has white hair.
White hair and is imbued with the power of the sun. And it's a she.
Yes. So you see what I did there? I very, very carefully dropped you totally, like, almost 2.5 hints.
I feel like I should know. White hair and she. I don't know too many people in games with white hair that's a she. I know white hair. I know two white-haired guys and one white-haired girl. 3 white-haired guys, 5 white-haired guys, and 1 white-haired girl.
Do you want me to give you the last hint?
Yeah.
It is not human.
See, that makes me go to my 1 white-haired chick, which would be Ciri from The Witcher.
That is incorrect.
White. I give up then. Negative 220 points for me.
Wow.
You'll never recover from this one.
Never give up.
It was Okami. I'm a serious from one of my favorite Capcom games, Okami.
Oh, I've never played Okami.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Alec doesn't look for characters that you know. He just picks characters.
He doesn't give a
Makes you
shit.
hate himself a little
I
bit.
was just like, the only white-haired chick I know is Ciri. And in terms of white-haired guys, we got Dante Nero from Devil May Cry, Alucard, and Geralt from The Witcher. Yeah.
That's fair.
Geralt for the win.
Fuck. Wait, wasn't Alex recording this?
Nope, I am.
Oh, thank God.
We should do this posting.
I was
Yeah.
so worried.
No, we're good.
I was like, wait a second.
All right, now it's me to Jazz, because
Yeah,
everyone
boy.
else is wrapped up. So,
I'm writing down the scores. So.
tell me when you're ready.
Never, but you might as well just go.
All right, this character is from blank.
That's literally one of the clues.
No, he wears a lot of green.
I was gonna say, how does that work?
Like, that was not helpful at all.
He wears a lot of green.
Yes.
Is
Chris,
it Link?
Yes.
what?
Yeah! You got like the easiest one.
Yeah.
Favoritism.
The literal next clue was he doesn't speak. He just gives grunts of pain.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I am winning this apocalypse.
This is bullshit. There's
Right,
shenanigans.
I missed a bit. So Cody
Hey.
was at minus 115.
Yeah,
we were just talking about how you're a
white-
fucking asshole.
only white-haired chick I could think of was Ciri from The Witcher.
And Jazz got it after how many clues? 1 or
The
2?
One,
The
motherfucker.
first clue.
Okay, so
First
plus
clue,
3.
it's Link.
He's that little green kid, Zelda.
Hate
I
that
can't wait
guy.
to bomb the dongos. Love that video.
Jesus fucking
They seem to be
Christ.
back. So yeah,
Welcome
He
back.
came back for my victory. Aww.
yeah, victory.
Yeah, because he clearly wanted you to win.
I'm pretty sure at this point Alec does not want me to win ever.
Wow.
I just do. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Unless Jazz has got a character for me.
I could. Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be from a
Hurry
game,
up.
right?
Your character
Yes.
says, yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't actually
And
have
she
one. It
wears
would be
green.
like making it on the spot.
Okay, next Wardcast, you gotta have a game, because it's only me doing stuff.
Tell me what to do.
I just did! Right, yeah, that was Who Are You? Sorry for the mishap, but hey ho, good thing Shaun was recording and not me.
Yeah.
This has been Warcast episode 90. We need 10 away from 100 people. Can you feel the love?
Oh boy.
No.
Wow.
Feel the love tonight.
Yes, he did a song reference. Okay.
Damn it, Cody. You had one job.
Get one job.
One
His
job.
job is to sing, so.
One job.
I'll back him
one
up.
job.
Are you peachy? I am.
If you had liked what we have given you this week, then please hit that like button.
If you enjoy technical difficulties, smash the shit out of that like button.
Can I end this on a poor joke?
Yes.
What did one French person say to the other?
Oh god. Oui oui.
I don't know. I don't speak French.
Continue, Alec, please.
Yeah.
What?
Please join us on the Ward community Discord. Links in the description below. If you want to tweet Shaun, then tweet at the Ward Pro.
Do it.
Via Twitter. Do it now! Leave some comments for me to read. Yeah, you never know, your comment might be read. There is no read comments for this week because it's so bad news. But yeah, next week.
Because what?
Shut the fuck up, Shaun. Right.
Jesus Christ.
If you
I can't breathe. That fucking joke was so bad.
Jazz won't be on next week because she's dead. Right, just before we say au revoir, let's I'm just going to bring up the Patreon. That is the Ward Productions Patreon. If you can,
Patreon.com/The Productions. Boom.
yeah. If you can afford to give at least $1, that would be great, helpful. If you can do more, and they're
If you
like
do
$10, then you
$10,
can
you get lots of goodies.
Shut the fuck up.
What?
You can see the 7-minute clip of episode 13.
7 minutes.
Do it now.
7 minutes.
Yes.
$1 gets you 7 minutes.
That's not true. It's $10.
Wow. Oh,
False advertising.
$10 gets you 7 minutes. Like a hooker.
Exactly.
And if you want to listen to something new, then let's have a little listen to the Wardcast playlist on Spotify.
Wait, what?
Yes, I'll show it to you later, Shaun. Right, thank you everyone, and take care and get fucked.
Bye, bye.
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 Teleportation. Nailed it.
Yeah.